Thank you, Laura Schwam here, and I'm going to do a reading for my Capricorn people. If you're new to the channel, you know that I specialize in psychic healing messages and readings. And the reason why is because a lot of times we wouldn't like our prediction. So when you know what the karmic theme is, you know what the soul wound is, you know what the negative energy is, you're able to integrate the spiritual lesson. Awareness allows us to do that. So I always like to start off the reading that way. And then I'll pull from the Weight and Rider deck and from a lot of other decks to fill in about the storyline. Now, if you're someone that is seeking to learn about healing, you might want to check out my website, pureenergyhealer.com. I have a lot of blogs on there and a lot of resources for people that are looking to heal. I have a radio show as well on Blog Talk, so you definitely want to check it out if you are on your healing journey. Now, anything you need to know about the channel, such as my giveaways and how to win a free reading, it's all in the description box below. Now, if you write the word healer in the description box for this video, I pull from each video until I build up a little bit more. Everyone gets a free reading. Again, the way that you get to be part of a raffle. So you'll put, depending on how many people write the word healer in the space bar, depends on how many people will be in the raffle. So you'll have an opportunity at the end of the week when I pull to see if you won the free reading. Okay. Now let's see what's in store for you, Capricorn people. Okay, patience reversed. No, I don't really read my cards reversed or backwards. These are kind of like patience and narrow-minded. But narrow-minded also, like I said, sometimes I am called to read them reversed, but I think psychic soul readings cards are more about character traits, and narrow-minded is pretty negative to begin with. Having patience, we can tell whether we have patience or not, but it's again most likely if you can tell whether the card is positive or negative too by what's next to it, and what's next to patience is narrow-minded, which means that I wouldn't be patient. And I'm also seeing obscurity because of, again, maybe someone's taking too long to come to you, Capricorn. Maybe someone's in your life that you've been back and forth with for a while, it feels like, but the energy flow like kind of stopped, or they breadcrumbed and there was very little, which is making you feel very skeptical now about this relationship, and your patience has come to an end. That's really what I'm feeling. I also feel like for some of you now, remember, this is a general reading and it's also energies are fluid, so roles may be reversed. So it could be someone that you're tapped into, you feels that you're breadcrumbing them, and they're becoming very narrow-minded about their connection with you, and their patience is coming to its end because they're not seeing the results that they want. So but a lot of times when it's soulmate twin flame relationship, you can better believe that the energies are both ways, meaning you're mirroring one another. That's the energy overall, that possibly both parties are waiting for the other person to do something, and because neither one is, both are becoming narrow-minded and both are losing their patience. So let's look at the storyline and see what actually transpired. Why are you guys like not speaking? Are you speaking a little bit? What's going on? Okay, 10 of Pentacles reversed. So again, there's no success in this relationship. I mean, Ten of Pentacles is always like success. You see abundance. You see, which is obviously absence of obscurity. But if someone hasn't been giving anything, then this is why there would be no success. Again, 10 of Swords. So yeah, someone, again, Capricorn, I believe that it wasn't you. I believe that it's someone that you were connected to, breadcrumbed you. It's again, and so it didn't move forward. And I believe that your person, for whatever reason, thought that it would move forward. I know that that sounds crazy. I think that they're used to the energy here is almost like I'm feeling as if you are connected to someone that is used to being able to give people very little and having them still get a lot of attention. And so they tried to play that game with you and it didn't work. And it's again, and it's 10 of Wands. It's again, this is overloaded. Even when it's reversed, it's like the overloaded that these upright is, I'm still gonna try. Where this is like, it's almost like I just see nothing but problems and obstacles within this relationship. Wow, this is pretty straightforward, but that's what it is. I believe that we're coming to the end of a lot of karmic cycles with karmic mates and soul mates that just are not rising to their potential. I mean, yeah, look, 7 of Cups, confusion. Your person like was confused possibly over making a choice, because I mean, when I see like the seven of cups, you see a lot of choices here, and the person, like, again, probably was breadcrumbing everybody, and this is why they couldn't make a choice, right? Obscurity. And I feel like it all came crashing down on this person. I feel like for whatever reason though, that they really thought that this relationship with you was going to work out in their mind. So they weren't really expecting. I'm feeling almost like a shock when this person comes back and they realize it. It's again, yeah, it's 2 of Cups, unconditional love reverse, which again tells me feeling again that this person is shocked that you're not going to take them back. But it's like you watched the whole thing. You watched how they didn't give you anything for a long time. You watched them give to other people, possibly. This person wasn't there. You lost your patience. Again, you want a new beginning. You want a new beginning. You don't trust this person. So you want a new beginning. And like, I feel like for a lot of you Capricorns, you actually are already started a new beginning. That doesn't mean that I see someone else there. I just think that you guys have, put, because this person gave you so little, you put the energy into yourself, which the Fool is all about a journey, starting a new journey. The Fool is in the beginning stages of this journey, but it's one where there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of happiness. The Sun in the card always tells us that, like, again, it's a lot of joy, it's a lot of happiness, that there's the Fool is looking at at the possibilities without any attachment to it. It's the best part. It's the most exciting part of the journey a lot of times, because there's no expectation, there just is, and we're just enjoying what's happening. And I feel like your person now is, because you've walked away, is again 3 of Wands, is like knowing that it's the end of a chapter, is also like looking back on the past. It's sad, but I feel like you're like, this is the end of a chapter, I've moved on. 3 of Wands is all about that. But I do feel like your person is reflecting back, and it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon, because I feel like you're looking good. You look good, you smell good, you feel good, and this person knows it, which is making them like look back on what is, and which again, even though that was the vibe here. End of a chapter, but this person was still looking back, and what are they doing? They're rushing back. So don't, a lot of times, and this might aggravate you too, because it's almost like they almost like wait till it's completely like over till they realize, and then they rush back in, because again the Knight of Swords has a message, it's bringing a message, but I don't feel like they're able to manifest this connection back. They come back in again, like almost with a last attempt to try and manifest this connection, to bring it back to life. But I don't really feel like they're successful with it, because the Magician is reversed. Yeah, and there's a sense of there are certain things within their relationship that they would have to change, that I don't feel like they're ready to, or certain things not about their relationship, but within who they are. Maybe again they continue to ghost. Maybe they don't really like commitment, so that's why they were like breadcrumbing you. That's why again they had so many other people. It's again, and that's why it created so much stress on you, because of their narrow-minded ways about what they view relationships to be. And so they keep themselves stuck in this limited energy, and which makes you feel limited, makes you feel stuck, which is why I don't feel like you want it to stay in this relationship, which is why you're not. Because you're like, if I give you the chance, the best that I am going to feel is overloaded, and overloaded emotionally, because I'm not getting what I need. Because you're, again, you want to kind of like have fun and with no direction. It's again, the Fool is the beginning, and it's an exciting relationship because it's new. But if the person's been in your life for some time, you want to see something. This is almost like the very beginning of a relationship, and I feel like this person has been in your life for some time, only because they had choices. They had choices, and you were in their life the whole time they had choices. It took them time to accumulate these people, which it's almost like now I almost feel like they took so long to like figure it out. Yeah, like Four of Swords, before you even said it, it's like again, which is freeze. But this is like when it's reversed, it's like the person took time out, but they weren't really contemplating on it. They weren't thinking about it. They were just not doing anything about it one way or the other. They didn't want to make a decision of what to do. They didn't want, probably knew that you have certain standards that you would make them abide by, and they didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to stay narrow minded with their relationship. But I do definitely feel you moving forward though, and enjoying your life and doing it without this person. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, like because the person doesn't give anything. So it's almost like this is why you walk away. It's like you walk away because it's again, they even after they come back, it feels like you're overloaded. It feels like they're not giving anything. It feels like, like they said, the beginning of a relationship, which that would be fine if it was that the person, you didn't know the person for as long as you knew them. That's kind of like a harsh ending. Let's see what advice there would be for you, and let's see if they have any messages, what they would be for you. Memory. So it's again, this is what I keep saying. I feel like this person did so much that the memory of them is ruined from all their actions, all their options of not giving anything, of not moving, when it's again just to sit there and to do nothing. It's again like promises of abundance and then not coming through, and the consistency of that the relationship is hard all the time, that the memory of what they've done has ruined the connection. And it's also, I feel like it's a healing when I see that. It's like the memory of them now, I'm a little bit worried that it's going to affect my other relationships. It's like balance. So the way to heal that is to find your balance, and you find your balance through your unique individuality. It's about getting out of your head and into your body and recreating yourself and feeding your passions to become the vibration of passion, to have a person that matches your energy come into your life. Because when you become full of love because you're doing what you love, you attract love. And so right now the balance is to get out of your mind and into your body. Otherwise, the same trauma is going to tend to replay, where you're like, okay, well, I get these relationships, but they come in and they breadcrumb me. And then they don't really fix it even when they come back. I get more of the same. And understand that has nothing to do with you. That has to do with what that person is capable of. But the way that you would break that karmic cycle is you would have to, again, recreate yourself. You recreate yourself through doing new things that create new neurological pathways within your mind, which allows you to, again, react and respond differently, which is really important, because being in a relationship where someone is giving so little and triggering you continuously would make you be reactive. And so relationships would be very difficult over time. So you want to be able to heal this energy and the energy of this, which is relationships are hard and then they're also painful. And then while I'm in it, is because it's obscure, because I'm dealing with a person that only wants things their way. They only do things their way. So again, feeding yourself and becoming love, you can't attract that energy. And if you do, you actually can see the difference and feel the difference, and they wouldn't stay in your life, and it would be easier to get them out of your life, because you would pull, it's again, you'd have other people around you from everything that you're invested in. See, when you fill yourself, it means that you're investing in yourself. And when you invest in yourself, you meet people, you meet new people. So that's how you would have to heal that. Let's see what that your person has to say to you. What message would they say? Not that it's important, but I guess that's my ego. After a reading like this, I'm like, okay, it didn't work out. You messed up from beginning to middle to end. Though you had my heart the whole time, and I'm stuck with this energy. What, before I heal it, because I have to integrate it, right? I have to integrate the spiritual lesson, so it doesn't stay with me. But my ego wants to know, what do you have to say about how you handled this relationship? What do you have to say about how you treated me? If you had another chance, what would you like to say to me? And I feel like we all would want to know that, not just me, but that's my ego. Finding out the truth crushed me. So again, I feel like this person really thought that they were going to have another chance with you. They're shocked. Like I said, they're shocked. And I know it's, again, that this person does care, does have strong feelings, because they wouldn't have come rushing back, but they waited for the door to shut. They really thought that you were going to wait and that it was going to work out, and like no matter what they did, which is actually another reason why I feel like you probably cut it, because you're like, oh no, you give me so little and you're just expecting me to be like, oh, here I am for you. No. There was a sense also, I feel like, Capricorn, you wanted to crush this person because this was a soulmate, and after they did all that, made you feel this way, it's like, no. I tried to run from this connection, I feel that. I feel like this, your person tried to avoid making a choice. They tried to avoid dealing with the situation because it was too difficult for them. And part of that was it was difficult for them to surrender their ego. It was difficult for them to um, to release control because of everything that has gone on in their past. Again, our past a lot of times will make us feel stuck in a certain situation, um, and feel a certain way about our new connections if we don't heal them. That's why I'm saying the whole time, nourish yourself. Nourish yourself by, again, doing as I explained to heal yourself, because this, unfortunately, Capricorn, there's nothing that you could do with this energy. It's almost like it was a karmic situation that where maybe you were on the same vibration as this person when you first met, and now you grew out of them, and this person, in order to really be able to make your connection work, would have to rise to your level. And what we see is that they can't. That it's like they don't know how. They thought rushing back in would do it and explaining, but it's they did too much in the past, and in order for them to make this relationship work, they would have to nourish it a lot. They would have to, let's see whether they would nourish it really fast. Let's see, like, being that you cut it, you walked away, you don't want anything with this. It's again, they finally realized that they took too long. They realized that the deep connection was way too much for them, that they got freaked out. And they realized that they have to feed the relationship. Let's just ask before I close this out, will they? Because it just almost seems like, oh my God, like, if I got that, does that mean that I should nourish myself? Because I think that you should nourish yourself by, again, doing what I explained, which was make yourself balanced by, feeding yourself things that are going to make you feel happy and emotionally fulfilled. But does this also mean that the person comes in and says, I realize this, and now I want to come back in and nourish it? Because it would only be fair that if I read it both ways. Yeah. Like, appreciation is almost like as soon as this is over, and it's really dead over, because the person comes back in, rushing back in, and you're like, no, I really don't want this, because I feel like they came in before and it was like they tried and it was like, no, but they didn't give. This time they really tried to come back in and it was still a no. I can't erase everything that you did. Again, finding out what you did crushed me. And I feel like that's for you, Capricorn, as much it is for this person. As they walked away, when you found out that, again, that they weren't coming back, or that they took too long, or whatever, it's like it crushed you. And so, or again, that they couldn't handle the relationship, the connection, how deep it was, it crushed you. So you walked away and you were like, no, they can't fix it. Now all of a sudden the person is like, okay, now I want to come in. Now I realize what how to go about this connection is really what I'm feeling. I'm going to leave it there for you guys, Capricorn. Like I said, if you resonated with this video, please leave me a like, comment, subscribe. Again, write healer in the comments to be a part of my raffle at the end of the week. But like I said, let me know what's going on within this situation, because this was a wild reading. Okay, bye-bye.